Hey guys, Zook here, and today I'm going to show you how to PvP with a Prot warrior. Keep in mind my way isn't the only way, but this is how I do it. As a Prot warrior in PvP, you can take a lot of hits, probably more than any other class in the game, so you really got to take advantage of this and put yourself on the front line. You don't need top end gear to be a Prot warrior in PvP. You'll see at the end of this video, I have quite a few epics, but most of them are low end epics from heroics and 10-man knacks. So you're going to see there, I'm charging them. I'm up in the front line. I got healers in the back and DPSs in the back. Right there, I crit for 7100. And I'll show you my spec later in this video. I'm not spec'ing the shield slam at all, so that 7100 crit was pretty lucky. That's probably the highest I've seen with this spec and this set of gear. But you're going to see there, I do spell reflection right there, and I charge them. That's kind of just a routine strategy right there against ranged. You just always want to kind of sit back. I would say 80% of the time, the caster doesn't realize that you're casting spell reflection. So you just kind of sit back, and I've got my spell reflection set as Alt 1, so it's really easy for me to get to it. And after the spell reflection hits, I charge in, and then I hit shield slam right away, because that usually will finish them off if they're low HP. On this guy, charged in. It's good when you charge in. If you're, I would highly recommend specking into Warbringer. You can see that's shift 4 on here. I'm constantly using that to charge back in. But if you're Warbringer, if your charge is on cooldown, then you can go to Zerk stance and then intercept. That's what I do, and then I put hamstring on them if they're running away. So that's something you always want to be using your intercept and your charge. But make sure you spec into Warbringer, because that's just so handy to be able to do that in defensive stance. So you're going to see here I got like 5 guys around me. I'm just kind of on the front lines, and I usually won't do this unless I know I have a healer with me. So it's sometimes good if you've got one healer in Warsong Gulch or AV, that you can look at healing done, see who the top healers are. I would honestly just shoot them a message and say, hey dude, heal me or something. Because once you have that healer, you can just dominate, and as a Tauren, you can really distract. You can distract people. You're going to see most Alliance always go for the Taurens first, just because they stand out from the crowd. So anything you can do to make yourself bigger, just try and draw attention to yourself, because then the DPS can really maximize their DPS. While you can see there, I'm creating a diversion. Everyone's going after me. And always try and use your spell reflection whenever it's off a cooldown. So you can see we're just cleaning house on them right here. It's good to always check your map too. I mean, that's pretty basic tips right there. But always check your map, see where the flag runner is. You can see the opposing flag runner, where they're headed. You can see where your guy's headed. As a Prot warrior, what you want to do is always, if your teammate has the flag and he's, say, a warlock or a clothy, you always want to be side by him, just in case he dies. You can click and grab the flag really quick. Because Prot warriors, they're not the best flag runners. I mean, if they get even Frost Nova, it's hard to break out of it. Whereas a druid can really run the flag well. So you can see there, Zook's got 3rd on damage as a Prot warrior, and I'm not spec'd into PvP or DPS at all, but being able to be at the front line, I can just thunderclap and cleave like crazy. If you want to watch this video again, just kind of observe my rotation and what I do. But that's pretty much how you maximize your DPS with this spec. So keep in mind that my Prot warrior here isn't spec'd at all for PvP. He's spec'd and built completely for PvE, and that's why he was able to take a lot of hits. If you want to PvP with a Prot warrior and do a high amount of DPS, you really need to spec so that your shield slam crits break over 10k. This is not hard to do if you work towards it, getting some high block value gear. And be sure to spec the right way with talents such as shield mastery, gag order, one-handed spec, weapon spec, and improved defensive stance. And you also want to make sure your glyph should definitely be the glyph of blocking. And the biggest talent that you need to spec into is Impale under the arms tree, and this will really increase your crits with shield slam. If you get up to 1400 block value, you can expect to get shield slam crits of 13k or higher. And with the upcoming 3.1 patch, they're going to really buff shield block value. And you can expect to get 18k to 19k shield slam crits. So yeah, I can't wait for that. And if you want to learn more about a Prot Warrior on how to spec and which gear to get for shield slam crits for PvP and for PvE, go to wownoobs.com. I'm going to be updating that here soon. If it's not there yet, just bookmark it and kind of refer to that page. I'm going to be putting a lot of different WoW secrets there that's pretty useful. And you can subscribe to my videos here at YouTube as well. Thanks for watching, guys.